Hey, Dr. Stevens. This is my week 10 practicum video, or practicum reflection video. This week we met at the Gateway offices, I guess South Nolan offices, the ones we normally meet um, at 5:15, and we had the pleasure of getting to sit in with Mark Connell, who is one of the Gateway care pastors. And we get to talk about like body language, nonverbal communication. So a lot of it had to do with body language, and we he asked who wanted to volunteer, and Aaron Chrysler's hand like shot up, of course. So just like immediately he shot up. So Aaron was the volunteer. Well, he sat in a chair at the front of the room, and we had to analyze him and do his like all his body language of like what do we feel like he is doing right now. And so like he had his hands in front of his like solar plex stomach area, like kind of crossed, like I can't do it because I'm holding my phone, but fingers crossed, almost like he was guarding his self from being hurt. And so that's what we analyzed. Then his like right leg was fidgeting when he was talking and stuff like that. So there was different nonverbal communication that was going on that insinuated that he didn't want to open up. And then he eventually opened up, and when he opened up, he moved his hands to kind of nonverbally show that he was opening up. And then also he was reminiscing on when he got saved, and when he got saved, his eyes looked up. And so Mark Connell was talking about how I believe it was when you're thinking about like a pleasant memory, you look up as in like reminiscence, and then if you're looking down, like you look down to the right, I believe it's shame, kind of like a shameful. No. Down to the right is thinking. That's what it is. Down to the right is thinking about like kind of like analyzing a situation. Down to the left is like a shameful, like you feel shame about something. Anyways, it was just really cool to see how nonverbal communication is like a bigger thing than we think it is. You can tell Mark Connell, I think he said about a person can tell you 70% of what they're thinking, feeling, or reacting to solely based on nonverbal communication. So he was talking about if you're in a counseling session, how that's important to pay attention to that and to stay well balanced as the counselor or the pastor or whatever. So like, don't be playing with your phone. Don't be looking around the room. Kind of maintain eye contact. That way, the client is well balanced, and they feel like you are being well balanced, and you're not distracting them and all that kind of stuff. So it was super cool. Mark Connell, I made the comment of like, I bet it's really stressful being in a job interview with you because he's so like analytical with how he's looking at people. But anyways, it was cool. I would say this is probably, I left this, I could have sat in that practicum for hours and listened to Mark Connell talk, just because he's that awesome of a person. This has by far been my favorite practicum so far this semester. And so it would be cool if he could do a practicum. Not to say Brady Daniels is amazing, so he does an awesome job, and I might end up doing Brady's next semester anyways. So that's that. So